So yeah, it's hard to be in front of an audience. You know, you get nervous. You know, my hands are kind of shaking, my throat's dry, right? My knees are kind of knocking. It's exactly the same feeling I get when I go to Winners. Yeah, right? And you know, I used to live in Quebec, and they had this study that came out in Quebec, and believe it or not, Muslim women buy the most lingerie in Winners, okay? All right? I'm not gonna ask you right now to raise your hands if you buy a lingerie. I'm not gonna ask you, okay? But there's a certain minister of Quebec, right, who doesn't like religious symbols. She heard about this. So she's like, I can make some money off this. So what she did was she created a lingerie line just for Muslim women. And you know what it's called? Marwa. That's right, it's called Marwa. So I decided to go online, right, and I wanted to order this stuff, so I'm just, you know, putting it on, right, and then I see the label and it says, I'm watching you, okay? So, you know, you think you got a Muslim woman in front of you, I'm gonna do all these stereotypical jokes, right? I don't wanna go there, I don't wanna be cheesy, okay? All I can say is I'm really lucky that my husband let me out of the house tonight, okay? Really, really lucky, and I feel very thankful. That's right, yeah. So, you know, I'm really bad with directions. And for, you know, the organizers, they're giving me all these maps and all that. And then I finally get here. And I'm like, oh, all they had to do was just say, go to the area where the Muslim women usually end up, in the basement. Right? That's all they had to say. If they had given you a map that said basement, you would have been fine with that, right? So, as you can tell, I have a bit of a halal beef with the way, the setup of our places of worship, right? I mean, usually when you go into these places, you feel transcendent, you feel spiritual, you walk on water like Jesus, right? No, when I leave these places, I want to find a lawyer, I want to file a human rights complaint, and I want to get into a boxing match with the brothers. But, speaking of directions, my husband and I and my daughter, she was 7 months old. We had our hotel right across from the Kaaba. Okay, this is not a joke. Okay, right across from the Kaaba. And my husband said, well, I'm just gonna go to the prayers, and I was really tired, so I decided I was just gonna pray in the hotel, right? So I'm praying like this and all that, and the door opens, right? And this woman just really looking at me very strangely. It was the housekeeper. And then I finished my prayer, because of course I'm always so focused on my prayer, I never get distracted, right? I never noticed her, but anyway, I finished, and she goes, I said, is everything okay? You know, she's like, yeah, everything's fine, but you were praying in the direction of McDonald's. Right across the street from the, like you screw up in Ottawa, but screwing up there. So then I'm like, okay, wait a sec. McDonald's, how embarrassing. If it had been Tim Hortons or Burger King, I would have been okay with that. But McDonald's, oh my God. You know, we had a friend with us, right? And he was so excited that he could actually eat a halal cheeseburger, okay? So excited that he was inside. Because you see the Kaaba, and right next to it you see the big M, right? So he's in line, and he's really excited. It's all there. And then the guy sees how excited he is. Oh yeah, you're gonna get a halal cheeseburger today. He's like, yeah, I can't wait, from the holy city. He's like, yeah, we imported all the way from Germany. It's like, oh my God, right? Just to tell you a bit more about myself, I'm a new Muslim. I've been, yeah, thank you. It's been about 20 years. And the reason I say new Muslim is because when you say you're a new Muslim, you get a lot of free stuff. It's true. And if you're a white new Muslim, jackpot. It's true. So are there any like new Muslims in the audience here? Okay, there's a lot of free stuff in the back. Okay? All right. I mean, and the type of free stuff I'd get is like Qurans and rosaries and carpets, and I'd say like, this is okay, but what I really need is a new pair of jeans. Okay, and they just never got that. So, you know, like, when I became a Muslim, I just sort of went in my room and I read everything, and I see all these people, they're going for the Eid prayer, and the person's in front, they're saying like their testament of faith, and there's all these people, and you feel so energized, and like, I want to do that too, you know, I want to do that. After 20 years, I think I deserve that, right? So there's this thing happening in Ottawa in a few weeks. There's going to be about 20,000 people. It's actually the Justin Bieber concert. So I'm going to do it in front of all these people. Because you know what? I'm a believer.